Will.i.am. So I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw that your ex-wife was on one of the episodes. How did that go?
It went well. It was my birthday episode. Yeah, it was fun. We get along great. I mean, like, look, I run material past her that I'm going to talk about her to see if she's offended by it. And then I've made some minor changes to things because I don't want to offend her. We get along great. We really do. She's a great gal, man.
The hairy asshole joke.
Yeah.
I know. Wasn't that funny? Yeah, but Ben was talking about it. I had to spit it out. And it was just a spur of the moment thing that was funny because Ben was talking about how he has a really hairy butthole, and I said, "You get that from your mom."
I always wondered if chicks have hairy buttholes like dudes.
They're
they're mammals, so isn't that why they do a Brazilian wax? I don't know.
Well,
dude, I could turn you into a whole different brand of porno that will blow your mind.
Molly.
Yes.
No.
What's the situation on chicks' buttholes?
What situation?
Your situation.
My situation?
Yeah.
As in, like.
Well, we only have one woman to ask in the room.
Yeah.
We're all getting older and we're all discovering new hairs.
Yeah. So my ears are exploding.
I had a nose trimmer. Now it's an ear trimmer.
I mean, there's hair. I normally take care of that. So,
So you shave it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of girls do these days, but like, look, when I started getting laid in the 70s, it wasn't like that.
Bush was in.
Bush was in. And when I worked in labor and delivery in the early 80s, I saw a lot of hairy vaginas giving birth. And they weren't at their best at that moment. But like, hey, it is what it is. I don't mind it. I don't like something that looks like a child.
Rape them during the birth. I'll rate them during the follow-up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I have been through hell with those girls, and they yelling and screaming and crying, and then afterwards, I would have to go check their pad for bleeding and see where the uterus was and doing vitals on them. And my sister's like, I would never allow a man to do that. I gave birth at women's hospital. I'm like, listen. I just went through birth with them. I was like an old friend. It wasn't anything like that,
You ever freak the women out and we're like, lady, all the king's horses and all the king's men ain't gonna fix what happened down there.
It's called an episiotomy. They just put a couple extra stitches.
I've seen a lot of vaginas in my day, lady, but you?
Oh, you had twins? You had twins? It's going to wreck it. Oh, my God.
Nice.
Molly, I'm waiting on
you. We get started here? I'll start it.
Off the Rails with Molly and some fellas.
Welcome back, Universe, to Off the Rails podcast in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin. What is it? It's episode 40?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't get shit for asking you sometimes.
I think it is 40. He said 39 last time, so this is 40. You're right, Molly. You're correct.
Last second, and I don't know the episode number. I am sorry.
Episode 40. Woo!
I still guessed episode.
That woman's intuition.
You're coming closer to 40.
Oh,
we're all getting closer.
You're coming closer first. You're older than
getting further, way further.
Because you could be putting in distance.
Yeah.
Well, if Tom is looking to buy or sell a home because he doesn't like sleeping on the couch in the near future, he can call Roy. Roy at Tom, what's his number?
414-235-0763. I'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs.
Yes, they're wonderful people there. Love them. I just had to call my realtor again and just ask her a question about how to handle
someone trying to buy our property.
They want to buy half the property.
Yeah, they want to buy some of your yard.
Why don't you sell them the entire house and get the hell out of that haunted joint?
Yeah, that's fine. There.
They don't want the house.
Listen,
They just want the yard.
If you sell it, are you going to lose that creepy shack on the end of your yard?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I know. It's an extra outbuilding.
I know.
you know, there's a woman that lives in that creepy shack on the edge of your property, right? What's her name?
I don't know. I find it open out there. And we found a weed pen in there.
Her name's Shanae.
Yeah, probably. Probably. There's a cat that lives under it, and that
That
door.
means no mice.
That door shuts very solidly, and we are constantly coming home and seeing that door back there open.
Because if you're going to sneak and smoke weed, you're going to shut the door behind you.
It probably gets
You
like
found a weed pen, you said? A weed pen?
Yeah.
What's a weed pen?
It's
Like
like,
a-
It's something like this?
Okay, vaping.
Yeah, like that, William.
I don't know what the kids do these days.
It wasn't mine.
Weed in my shed.
So there's some hooligans around the neighborhood, maybe just sneaking into our back shed. I don't know. I don't know.
You got any trail
It's
cams?
weird. Oh, we
Ooh.
should get some.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, really, because you need to find out what's going on back there.
We put cameras everywhere, make it a new episode,
Right?
scaring the crap out of the stoner kids in the neighborhood.
Well, we're gonna have to have another episode with their activities going on in the house. We're gonna have to film something, a slumber party,
If you
because
have
I want to.
separate, that's 3 paranormal activity teams that have gotten the most footage ever.
They've all been very impressed with the findings. They've
Oh,
made
and I'm
in our
happy
house.
about it. Oh, I'm glad you're happy. You get rid of it.
You were happy because you were feeling validated, at least, that you weren't
Yeah.
crazy about the happenings at our house.
I'm very skeptical, so it's going to take a lot to convince me, but I'm open to checking it out because
Yeah.
I believe you two guys. I think y'all are wackos, but not in this regard. I mean, I believe when you say something, but I wonder if someone is really trying to screw with you. Maybe the
No,
neighborhood kids are.
Probably cheaper.
I don't think so.
Neighbors.
The neighbor?
Yes,
Yeah,
like-
he's making an offer. He's putting notes on your windshield.
Who
Yeah, I
would
would
think
check
you
it
just
in
into your
pretty
shed?
good.
Sneak into
Yep.
someone's back shed and mess with them. I
Just put
don't
a
know.
padlock on it.
Before we get too far,
Yeah.
I'm going to try this.
Introduce our guest.
Our guest is Lyle.
Molly forgot your last name.
I
Sydney.
did. Sydney. I'm
Sydney
sorry.
Barbavich.
Lyle Sidney from Fox Valley Comedy. He's a promoter, producer, promoting comedy all over the Fox
Yeah.
Valley area.
Welcome, Lyle.
Will's vaping something. What is that?
What do you think it is?
That's
Oh,
a-
this is not. This is just
He needs it to
tobacco.
get through the show.
We don't believe in ghosts, but there's one floating behind him right now.
Yeah. 5 minutes ago, he's like, what's a weed pen?
He's playing dumb.
Yeah. All right. So I can I tell you one story? All right.
Yes.
So when I was a pimple-faced college kid, I worked as an intern for a morning show of alternative rock station in Portland, Oregon, KNRK. So I set up the shows, kind of what I do now, but talk to the agents, bring in rock stars in for interviews, this, that, the other, set up stupid promotion in the community, that kind of stuff. So they had this idea for Halloween so there's this really cool mansion, or not mansion, but it's this really cool hotel called McMenamin's Edgefield. And it was a former asylum. It's an amazing old brick building, amazing woodwork inside. It's probably 200 years old, whatever. And they made it into a really cool, bougie hotel. So lots of stories about haunted stuff going on there. So they're like, oh, we're gonna rent a room on Halloween. We're gonna hire this exorcist person to come in, and so I said, I'm out. I'm busy that day. I'm not doing that. So I'm not doing that remote. So they had the couple of hosts. They brought in this exorcist, sorcerer, witch, whatever she is, whatever. And she did her thing and candles and whatever. And
Was it like New Age or was it like hardcore Catholic?
no, yeah,
An
yeah,
animal has to die.
yeah, yeah.
It could
She
go
was
either way.
yeah, not. I mean, so yeah, she called herself a sorceress or whatever.
All right.
So
New Age.
so I would say harder than New Age. So
Sorceress, you said?
not a Wiccan. I mean, Wiccans care about nature or whatever. They're not as hard.
Stevie Nicks, basically.
Talking to the dead, things like that. So anyway, so she's doing her seance thing, and the engineer set up the microphones and everything, and he used to stand in the back of the room. And so I did not go, but I listened to it. So always, they're doing their thing, whatever. All of a sudden, everybody starts screaming. Like, this is for real. Everyone starts screaming.
No. And
all of a sudden, he goes, and sorry.
Got a beverage here.
So the people that were there told me, because there was another intern there, that wasn't as much of a pussy as me. And she said, like, all of a sudden, the engineer that was standing in the back of the room, all of a sudden he elevated off the ground and got slammed against the wall.
What?
Nice.
Wow.
So you made the right call.
Right? The right call. Caldwell Banker.
Caldwell Banker. All right.
You have
wow.
All right.
He'll get you a new house that doesn't have ghosts.
Yeah. Or if you want to sell a house, he'll set up pranks that feel like ghosts and scare the people out of their houses just for you.
Yeah.
Call Roy.
Ask Roy if anyone's asked him about your house.
We did get it awfully quick.
I think you should find out about the history of that house, because you don't seem to have a lot of answers about that.
It's hard to find the history.
We've had 3 people whose jobs in paranormal, our realtor, and everybody dig into where they know where to dig.
Yep.
I have no clue where to go to get it. And they all said, yeah, we can't find shit.
Start with Grafton Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Grafton Historical Society is very small as well. And it's all hosted pretty much in Cedarburg. And I went and looked there a little bit too. Even when we were looking like around this place.
And the old men just flirted with her and tried to get her to work there.
They did.
Didn't you say you have chains in that house? Is it in the back basement?
There is DNA on the chains.
Oh my goodness! What, jizz or blood?
I don't know what kind of DNA. They said this could be jizz, this could be blood.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
some form of a blood product.
I don't want to know that.
Oh yeah, I want to know all about it. I do. I mean, if you live in it, don't you want to know what happened in that home?
Kind of changed.
You got to get to the bottom of this.
They're like chained to the wall, like sloth.
So our basement has the room with the water heater and the furnace and everything, and then there's another side room.
The basement has a lot of little rooms. It's kind of weird.
It has a half door.
Is there a toilet in your basement?
No.
A Dutch door.
Dutch door.
Yeah, that closes, and behind it there's a chain. So there's a half door, and then
there's
chain
like
that's
benches set up all over. Like people were just hanging out down there.
Yeah. Is that what that's called? The Dutch door, the half door?
If you cut the door in half, I thought that was a Dutch door.
The Dutch door.
There's no top half. It's just the bottom.
It's gone.
Oh man,
that
seems like some people were kept down there. How old is that house? Do you know?
1924.
It's a lovely home. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It's beautiful.
We had to take our birds out of there because they wouldn't stop freaking out at random times.
What the fuck is going on there?
You're free.
Well, the birds spazzes. They like break shit, so I can't have them spazzing.
No, you can't.
That costs money to fix the shit they broke just because they're spazzing.
Then the vet gives you dirty looks when you bring in your crippled bird.
Oh man.
This is
another broken wing.
Is this bird covered in DNA?
Yeah, so we don't fly away. Stick them right to the wall.
We got to get to the bottom of this, man.
We'll get there. Will's gonna come have.
Well, tell me, you had told me that you had found a bunch of awards and trophies by the previous tenant's son.
Mm-hmm.
You told him if he wanted to get it, and he said he was coming right over to get it, and he never showed up, and you found out that he died in a car accident, probably on the way to your place.
There.
We got a letter in our door from the kid's parents saying, "Hey, we heard you have that chest up in the attic. We'd like to come and get it because it has some sentimental things that were like his childhood things."
What the hell, man?
Did he pass away?
Well, no, the guy who, he died in a car accident.
A car wreck on the way to the house to pick up the things.
We found this trunk. We thought it was very odd, and it had lots of like just odd things. It had a cast and a bunch of like childhood memorabilia and stuff.
Children's books,
kids'
and
books,
stuff.
baptismal candles, all this stuff. And we originally were thinking, well, maybe this is what's causing all of our haunting issues. It's kind of creepy old chest, and apparently the chest was there with the house, but they filled it with all the stuff afterwards. Anyhow, so Tom reached out on Facebook to try to find the guy because there was a name on the baptismal candle and a trophy and a something, and found him. And he's like, "Oh, the kid's not dead. It's whatever." And then later on, this all happened. It was like,
and the dad walks in and he jerry-rigged a bunch of stuff in the house and was showing us like why the lights don't work at the same time, or you got to be upstairs. And he's like, "You guys ever have anything paranormal happen here?"
completely unprompted.
Unprompted.
Oh,
He
shit.
brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he
and
starts telling us about the kid that's there and all this stuff, and he had mediums come into the house. And
Apparently,
wow.
there's a mischievous kid named Tommy.
Can we get a medium to come into the house like for the slumber party?
we had a medium scheduled.
Last weekend.
Was very fussy about wanting to do this one, he said. Canceled last minute, and now he's like, "Nah, we ain't gonna."
Where
do
did you
that."
find the medium? Was this recommended by a guest?
Yep.
Or what? Okay.
Racine Paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah, they work with Racine Paranormal.
Oh, maybe you got to go to Chicago Paranormal, the big city,
Maybe.
and have someone there come down. But that's weird that he just like turned off he didn't want any part of it. Did he say why? This is crazy.
We're still working.
Is the house is too crazy for him?
We're still, we were supposed to have them. They were buying extra equipment because they were catching so much. They're like, well, now here's a reason to get all this updated
They wanted
equipment
to put more cameras in there. They wanted
to get better footage of what they were getting.
Wow.
And then, I mean, now I thought like Tom would spend a lot of time with his parents. I thought, his dad's health or whatever, and he's using that as an excuse. He's afraid to live in that house and sleep there every night.
Yeah.
We got to get it. Maybe, did you get rid of the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the chest. He's like, this chest was here. It's not, but I'll take it if you want me to.
Yeah.
And then
And
he was
it
like,
didn't change anything?
But if the stuff starts ramping up because they're mad that the chest is gone, let me know. I'll hang on to it for a little bit.
Oh,
I'll bring it back.
man.
Yeah, he was really telling us about all the paranormal shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was probably
Jeez.
happy to get out of that house.
I got a future guest for you. So there's a comedian out of Appleton named Ross Huff, and he is into paranormal stuff. He did a comedy. So he's a musical comedian. He did a set at the paranormal convention up in the UP
Okay.
like a month or two ago, whatever. So he if you like to talk about this stuff, he'd be a great guest.
Oh, we'll have to get Ross. I know Ross. We'll have to get
Yeah.
him down.
Yeah.
You can come.
That sounds great. Maybe we'll invite him to the slumber party.
Do a live episode from your house.
We definitely plan to do that. We're going to have to do remote from the house.
Yes.
Give everybody nightmare.
What if I die in my sleep, man, in that house because of my severe sleep
And I'm hoping
apnea?
for sure. I don't
Did you
want
make
you
those
haunting
changes
me
to the
too.
will?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Molly's got a
We've
video
already-
for us.
I don't have
Is it done?
still not up.
Molly, you know what? She's building is what she's doing. She's building the suspense before the big
It's just too big.
reveal.
I think it
It's
might have
just too
stalled.
big.
It is. It's too big. I think it might have stalled, or it's just not liking the Wi-Fi here.
She's building the suspense. It
I
might
can play
not
it
be
and
till
hold
next
my
week.
phone up, or we can do it next week, and we'll have another one. That'll give me time to redo it.
Oh my god.
I guess.
We gotta
This
keep
is called the
teasing it.
Molly Bummer episode.
Here, wait. We were gonna talk about this one last week, and I got it to work.
Oh, you got it to work?
Yeah.
Remember that Chinese bridge, Will? That had
Yes.
cracking?
Yes.
So this bridge had panels that were like prank panels that pretended to, like, when you stepped on them, they would like crack
yeah,
and they
I've
would
seen
make these cracking
Yeah.
noises, and so people would freak out, and they're glass, and it's like up above this ravine. And, it was really cool. And I was saying, that's awesome. That's hilarious. I would love to go do that. We just found this story. Tom found this last week, but couldn't get it to come up. The bridge, the panels actually broke.
Oh no.
Not coming up. Yeah.
Oh, it's not up
The-
on the.
No, it's not up.
We
on
got an
this.
error message on this monitor.
Dang.
So yeah, it was all fun and games until it really broke.
Oh my God. It cracked completely or just made those cracking? It didn't fall apart, did it?
Yeah, no, it fell apart. There's like no
Oh,
bridge.
Jesus.
The whole
Was
glass
anyone there?
Yeah,
Did
there was
anyone
like
fall
a
to
guy.
their
You can
death?
see a guy hanging on back here.
Oh my God. I see him in the bag. Oh my God. Are they fucking with us?
No.
Well, I just sent a picture to you off the rails that I think you guys would find interesting in view of the fact of remember we had Eric Price in and he was talking about breaking glass. That's what made me think about like if people in traffic and you take and throw porcelain at the windshield and it cracks. So this picture would go along with that breaking glass. Jesus.
Here's if you were planning a trip there and are disappointed you won't be able to experience the former glass bridge. Fear not, the same park has these super safe rides, special discounts available. What?
No way. No way.
These.
Super safe.
These are all
How
like,
super safe is
No
one
way.
of your rides?
I will never step on that
bungee jumping
bridge.
chair.
1 out of
I
5.
don't care.
It looks like a
Once you
roller
saw-
coaster through the forest.
Oh, no way.
I'm not gonna come.
Zip line, and I don't know what this one is.
Oh no, thank
Play
you.
it. Let's play it. See what happens.
The hospital received psychological counseling, and the resort has been closed for investigation.
Oh,
Well, yeah, you're hanging on.
that's done for me. I'll never get on something like that. Once I saw it.
But what if
doesn't
the
work.
dude was on the bridge? He knew it was going to be a prank bridge, and said, "Ah, fuck it, I'll just walk like Indiana
I'll just
Jones."
Wile E. Coyote it.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't actually let me fall to my death, right? It's a fake bridge. No, it really fell apart.
Yeah, here's the bridge.
The bridge was made by Acme.
Here's the bridge before it broke. Oh, where's the panel?
So is it? Are we going to watch it break live, or is this just?
No, this is
Okay.
just
Some
footage
tourist
of the
video.
bridge before
Okay.
it broke.
I'm waiting for him to whoosh.
I thought it was going to show the fake panel.
So it makes the sound that it's cracking.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and people like are freaking out and jump. I'm like, someone's going to jump over that rail, freaking out. Like,
Why would you jump over the rail to avoid? I would hold on to the inside. You would jump
man,
over
I
the
don't
rail.
know.
You would jump over the rail if that thing cracked. Just
Molly's going to die
grab
on
the
Molly's
inside.
terms.
Yes.
Molly's going out on Molly's terms. Yep.
We've shown some of the video of people's reactions to it, and they darn near did. They jumped up and like grabbed onto, you know. I'm just picturing the worst case scenarios in my head.
Yeah.
So, but this is another story that was all over the place last week, and we didn't get to it last week. Hold on. It's
Oh, the vegan influencers?
no, I've got that one too. You want me to bring that one up first?
Sure. This one
I have a friend who just gave up being a vegan. Now they're just vegetarian.
Yeah.
Vegan is hard.
Well, here that there's this. Hold on.
There's so
Bring
much
up
good
the
cheese in
story.
Wisconsin.
Well, you can't have avocados.
You can't.
No, just stinking avocados.
Because a bug is involved.
You can't have anything. And I've always wondered, like, how does anyone
Yeah, it just seems wildly
survive
impractical.
wearing, you know,
Hey,
wearing,
why you-
eating. What?
While you're pulling that up, can I tell you? So, one of your episodes this winter, you guys talked about. You showed a news story about snow penises.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I got a story about that. When I first moved to Wisconsin, we moved to Oshkosh, and I took a ride along with a police officer, just like in the evening,
Sure. you
like
did.
Thursday.
A ride along in the back in
Volunteer.
handcuffs.
So yeah, right. So I worked in corrections. I thought it'd be interesting to see this, you know, the third shift of the city I moved to. So I asked, and they said, "Sure, you can ride along, do a ride along." So it was, you know, it was like January, February, cold, snowstorm, whatever. And we got called to alarm going off. We got called to a drunk in a ditch, you know, that we had to get him out before he froze. And then, but we're in, you know, UWO is the third largest university in Wisconsin. And sure enough, somebody called they had a couple calls from little old ladies, something inappropriate in a yard. And sure enough, they had taken like trash cans, fill them full of snow, and tilted the trash cans upside down to make a nice
Long
cylinder
shaft.
shaft.
Yeah.
They stacked a couple of them up to make it
Yep.
real long.
Yep.
Did you sculpt the
I was going to
helmets?
say, how long?
You're going to go all the way. Go all the way. Guys, it's just a spider.
Yeah.
You
So me
need
and
a
the
ladder.
officer knocked down a snow penis in the frat boy's front yard.
Oh,
you went and knocked it down.
Did they paint it? Was there paint on it?
No.
Okay, I've seen some snowmen with paint on them. You paint a big old vein down the middle.
Oh, you can't.
It's
No,
just a
that's not your
harmless snow
property, right?
penis.
It's art, man.
We were just talking about the building getting in trouble because its little side garden area is overgrown. So the city can step in if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, they can give you a fine, but I don't think they can destroy it.
Well, being a temporary thing like a snowman, I bet you they're allowed to. And who's
you don't know what I
used
used for the base inside? That could have been some
who's gonna
expensive
tell them
lumber.
they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like people who build the snowman on top of like a tree trunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
People smash their cars into it.
So here's the story about the vegan influencer. So this up here, these are all just hateful comments that this person got when they.
Good. If they're not vegan, they're no longer better than us.
So
right?
What happened was this person had been a vegan influencer, had tons and tons of fans and people following her, following like exactly what she was eating. She was putting like recipes and this is what I do. And then found out that they found a video of her eating fish. And then she admitted that she had been having lots of health problems from her vegan diet.
It is hard to maintain all the proper nutrients and stuff. You've really got to know what you're doing.
To the point where she like almost died. And so she had to put fish and eggs back in her diet. And so now everyone is all up in arms and upset with her because
it's too much work being a vegan.
Because
it really is.
And B, now she's been telling all of these people what to eat. And this
Meanwhile, she was dying on it.
Right. This is harming her. But it's this article goes on to say how tons and tons of vegan influencers have been doing the same thing and leaving.
Yeah, if you want to
not healthy.
If you want to be a vegan, go ahead. But yeah, just make sure you're also like your hobby needs to be as nutritionist. You know, you got to know what you're doing, making sure you're getting enough vitamins and proteins and chickpeas and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're telling her she has to change her name. You asked others to follow a diet that almost killed you. Wow, just wow, said another. They've been like torrenting her with like fish emojis and stuff. Like just
what is
like
with all of these judgmental fucking people. Let people live their fucking lives. I fucking can't stand it. Like,
people love exposing things.
Yeah, they're such shitty fucking people.
Yep.
So and here's
could do some good.
Let's let her have her fish sticks.
Yeah, but she got famous for her vegan diet too.
Well, she had one.
Okay, well, she was wrong. She made a mistake. It's not healthy.
She hit it.
Million Instagram followers.
Well, it became her job
to hide it.
That she's making money lying.
And then you call her out and say, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yep. So she put up this video saying why I'm no longer
stop
vegan.
Saying literally that I'm a vegan and just talk about the benefits of being a vegan.
We're not talking about less meat. Eat less meat. It's not good for you. Yeah. Eat less red meat.
It's cheaper.
You know, it's cheaper. Yeah. So, I mean, like, that's not a bad way to go. And then vegan is like, seriously, like nothing, no milk products and all that. Yeah. It's really like, I mean, like, I can understand people being a vegetarian but like, come on, man. I mean, like, nothing.
Anne Hathaway broke her veganism as well.
Wow. Yep. Everybody was mad at her. Now she's just way too apologetic. Celebrities got to stop doing that. That new Witches movie. Do you remember that?
Hi guys.
Which?
It's called Witches, right? It's a redone. She was the new witch, the head witch.
Oh, you mean Hocus Pocus?
No.
No. It was called Witches.
The Roald Dahl book. Yeah.
She apologized because her character had one toe on each foot and only 3 fingers, like a creepy witch. And
well, that's what the witches in the books were described as. Like one
she
of the
made an apology to the limb.
I feel it's important that there are more witch roles for witch actors out there, and I am outraged that she's stealing this.
Right, she's stealing it from a real witch. A real witch. That's
right. She apologized because she felt that her portrayal with the crippled and only 3 digits
her
or whatever.
Children's horror movie that she's in is too scary.
Was that it was offensive to other people that have
flipper hands and things like that. Yeah.
I don't know any amputees and whatnot, but the ones I've met have all been pretty good sports about it.
Right, and it's not like she's
they don't get all butt hurt.
I don't know. Anyhow, I don't know if we want to watch. She's doing her "Why I'm No Longer Vegan."
Nah,
I don't need to
apology
see her
speech.
apology. You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah.
Let's move on with
How
your
long is it? How long is the apology?
I think it was like 6 minutes at least.
All right,
When it
we're
comes
doing
to-
this story. I got to take over. Molly, you got the
Can I say
speed on
something?
it. Yeah.
So 2 days ago, I went to give blood, donate blood at my work, and they told me I couldn't give blood because I didn't have enough iron in my
Oh yeah.
in my
sure.
blood.
Yep.
He's like, you got to eat more red meat.
Go get a
and-
steak.
Yeah, yeah. Get your
You could take an iron pill or a multivitamin with iron.
Or eat
as well.
dirt.
Or drink rust.
Ew.
When my wife was in the hospital with our first kid, she was iron deficient. So they gave her liquid rust or iron
Liquid
vitamins
rust.
that she said
Liquid
tasted
rust.
like I was just rusty water.
Yeah.
Did she not take the
Sure.
iron pills through the pregnancy? Because they take calcium and
Her-
iron pills.
Her family, they're all iron deficient. It's just a
Oh.
thing that they are.
Well,
Yeah.
Susan doesn't eat much red meat.
More now
anyway.
than ever, but
Yeah.
yeah, we don't eat a lot of red meat, really.
Yeah.
Less than the average person.
She was always
easily.
struggling to put like red
I'm
meat. And
a
stuff
big
while she
chicken
was-
guy.
Yeah.
Love the poultry.
Me too. Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, steak, red meat.
I'll take a
Yeah.
chicken thigh. in the
I
sleep.
get
Yeah,
the
that's pretty
gout.
good.
If I eat too much red meat, the gout will swell up on me. And
Oh, you got the gout foot.
We
I
maybe
got the
did
gout foot.
sushi 3 times this week.
Sushi's great.
Susan
I
was
wouldn't get
feeling
it on
all-
bargain sushi day like you guys, but
Bargain Sushi Day is the best day to get sushi because it's
What from Quick
fresh.
Trip?
No, Meyer. Because it's fresh, because there's people that are making it all day long and people are coming in and getting it. So it's a constant moving fresh stock. It's
there's
the
a
best day to
Chinese
get it.
buffet in Thiensville where they'll make sushi right there and put it out on the buffet. You watch him make it and he puts it out. It's delicious.
Well, they're doing it too. I grabbed mine the other day from the guy as he pulled it out. Like,
I know a guy that makes it fresh out of the trunk of his car and sells it. Don't go to that.
You're selling it now, Tom?
Don't
Yeah.
go to that.
Oh, what do you think the big overcoat
Yeah.
is?
Cheese curd and sushi.
I use that. Hey man, I got this.
air conditioning broke in my car last week, but it's okay.
He's fresh.
It's fresh.
Was it a van? Was his name Sean Patrick Moore?
I used to have the van.
He's got the most interesting home.
I love that guy.
Well,
He's great.
yeah, we should do comedy cribs episode, whatever.
Yeah.
So he lives out of his van. Rena Calm, who I have coming up this Thursday at Appleton Beer Factory, she lives out of her Prius. So she retrofitted it. She can fit some type of a mattress
Oh,
In
wow.
Prius?
in a Prius. She can lay down. She's got her bed. It's probably like a camp. I don't know. Camping equipment, whatever. She's put in like a rod, a clothes rod. She has got her clothes hanging in the back in the back of the Prius. She said she's done an episode. I don't know if it's on YouTube. Kind of like MTV Cribs, talking about her car.
Nice.
But
Wow.
I bet you there's other comedians that retrofit their
Yeah.
hoopties for traveling the United States doing comedy.
I mean, that's the way to do it. You don't have to pay for hotel rooms. You're just
Right.
on the road going from one gig to the next. Sean Patrick Moore pulled up, and that's a very unique looking ride he's got.
Her name is called Momo.
Is it?
The van is named Momo.
Oh, nice.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. Oh, rust and all.
All right.
Scrape some rust off there. Get some iron in my diet.
This
Mhm.
story tickled me because
Get some iron in your diet. There you go.
Don't you?
we scientists want to send sperm and egg samples from 6.7 million Earth species to the moon to save diversity on the
That
planet.
may be
Like a Noah's
overkill.
Ark type thing?
Yeah.
I mean, if it needs to
Noah's
be
Ark.
on the moon, then the Earth. If being on the moon is worthwhile, that means.
Oh, look at that picture. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what
I
use
love it.
our Timberwolf sample is going to be if an asteroid hit Earth and the whole planet's not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the point.
Some other alien could be kicking rocks down the moon one day and stumble on some pineapple.
I mean, I'm all
or-
for keeping samples so we can attempt to save species as they inevitably cycle in and out of whatever.
extinction.
Yeah, as
And
nature
creation.
marches on and habitats disappear and new habitats are formed and all that. Sure, we can try to save some species, but I don't think you got to put it all the way on the moon.
Yeah, where else are you going to put it?
We'll just leave it on Earth.
Well, I think it's
don't
funny
it'll
that
survive. Will it survive up there?
If the damage to the Earth is so bad, it's got to be on the moon. I don't think you're going to be able to reintroduce them to the Earth.
yeah, not yet.
No,
we
you'd
got
have
it.
to take them
Man.
to your home planet to reintroduce them there,
Yeah,
and
Earth
then
too.
they could like they could like just destroy that planet, like where they're destroying this planet. You know,
Well,
we're fucking bacteria, man, and we're fucking with the host, and we're trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
We're fucking we're
Swallow
fucked up. We really
Say
are.
uncle, say uncle. But
Well, we're angry bacteria, aren't we?
It'd be cool to have a reason to put shit on the moon. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think this is just.
Who's the guy that's got to jerk off the tiger to put it in a rocket, send it to the moon? How are you going to get? I mean, there's some animals.
I mean, we should have scientific research centers on the moon. I'm all for that. I just don't think this is necessary.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, hey Tom, see that silverback gorilla over there?
And I hand you a plastic cup.
There you go.
It's a KY jelly.
I don't know that's how that goes.
All scratched up from the tiger 20 minutes ago. This day of work sucks.
Can't I do something else now?
I think it's funny we haven't been to the moon in 40 years, but we're gonna send our jizz up there now.
Well, they would have to build. I mean, they're not just going to put it on a lander or just leave it on the surface. They'll build a facility for it.
They're not just going to.
I would imagine so. And then it's not just our jizz; it's our eggs and different species jizz and eggs and whatever. You know, it's going to be a real moon orgy up there. Quiche.
How do they choose which ones they use?
All of them.
Did they send human samples as well?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but that job, 6.7 million. How many people got to work on that?
We probably already have samples lying around.
Why?
Because we try and save species. So the zoo has got a couple of tiger vials on hand if you need them.
I guess. Yeah.
Or panda vials because they were probably.
Do you need egg and sperm from like every ant? Or
no, just 2 ants will do.
Just the queen and.
No, I think you need the queen. Yeah.
Yeah, the queen. So.
All right, then you are going to have a whole species just based off of 2.
A snapshot of what's on Earth now.
4.
Are we going to have to keep shipping it as animals get discovered?
I guess.
Like, oh, that's the new Amazonian blow frog.
Animals,
jerk it off quick and get it to the moon.
Animals speciate. So, like, you separate the populations of bears, and they change enough where now they're different species over time. So, now the northern bear and the southern bear are suddenly different. That's I
also think we should send up a bunch of those toads that you can lick and get high from. If you're on the moon, you're going to need something, man.
Well, anytime. I'd hate to discover a new species.
Speaking of that, who discovered if you lick a fucking toad that you could fucking trip balls?
Dude,
who's the first person
in the jungle, man? There's nothing else to do.
you don't lick things you find in the woods?
There was just that one.
Well, if I find the toad, I might give it a try.
That liked licking frogs, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he's licking frogs again." And then he picked up the wrong frog one day, or the right.
Inagata DeVita started playing in his head.
The drum solo. Inagata DeVita. That's a long song. Woo!
Yeah, it's a long high. I like that.
Yeah, another one. We didn't talk about the teacher last week.
Which teacher, Molly?
Having sex with a student?
No.
Yeah, start playing the song.
Teacher.
This is the one where the teacher on a Zoom call was caught.
Oh my goodness.
Were they going to the potty?
No, I'm guessing it was her husband.
Oh, yes.
She was sucking his nipple during a Zoom class.
What a waste of time, sucking a man's nipple. Seriously.
Yeah, you ain't getting anywhere.
What the fuck is that for?
That dog.
That's not doing nothing for me. You can leave my nipples alone. That's not doing nothing.
This was
girl.
The news
that's weird.
Like a week ago, and we were going to have it last week, but we ran out of time. But it's
a spicy slip of the tongue,
right? So
I like whoever wrote that article.
You're right. It's a great. It was a Spanish teacher. And apparently, like, he was in the background, like, making spaghetti and stuff, and then walked up, and she wasn't wearing a shirt, and she just turned around and, like, was licking his nipple during a class that she was teaching.
Whoa.
That's Spanish.
A towel, you just put it over the webcam every time you get up to do something.
Yeah, they don't have... I was hoping that they would have somewhere the video of the Zoom call.
I know. Then I could...
They have those for all of these other ones, but I couldn't find the video. They must have take it. There's
Well,
no
if
way
she
that
just
it's not
got
out
up
there
and just
somewhere.
randomly licked the chest of her hot shirtless husband who's cooking in the kitchen.
Molly, why don't you show us how it went down? Get up and lick Tom's nipple.
No.
I don't even think you could be the best nipple licker in the world.
Following
And it
this,
would do anything.
You'd only play a nickel to have your nipple licked by her.
it says,
This act.
following the act of lipping?
No, it's catchy.
Licking-
Everybody's got it.
licking his nipple. She turned face full view of the screen and gyrated her shoulders and smiled.
Speaking of random,
I have to see
my
this.
nipples are getting real hairy.
Mine too.
Just around the perimeter.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they're spreading.
I want to know what grade this
Like when the
class
Death
was.
Star hits the planet.
I had a comedy show where the comedian was telling a joke, and I don't remember the joke exactly, but he said something like, men's nipples are basically useless. They're whatever. And so I had this other comedian, Stacy Rockamore from Denver, and he's very prolific member of the homosexual community, and he's standing in the back with my wife and I, and this dude says that he goes, men's nipples are basically useless, and Stacy looks at me and he goes, no, they're not.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that some men, yeah, it's not for me. It's not for you, Tom. It's for any of you guys.
Something for everyone.
I love to have a woman's nipple in my mouth, though, man. That's a great thing. But like, do you guys? Is it boring for you? Because I've seen the thing. They kind of enjoy it, especially if doing it nice.
I think Tom's just way too sensitive.
Not a first
He's
date
ticklish.
kind of thing.
No, come on, man. That's first base. Licking the nipple.
That's pretty far first base.
Licking the nipple in front of all your
don't
students.
mess around.
Hey, man, that's first base.
So this is a follow-up story here. We had Chicago was the rattiest city in America for 6 years in a row.
Okay.
So
I've heard that. Go ahead.
Oh, they found a way to fix it.
Now it's the cattiest city.
No.
It is the cattiest
Hey,
city.
nice one. Good one. That was awesome.
1,000 feral cats
Yep.
released to tackle the problem.
Nice.
Wow.
They're all, I assume, spayed and neutered. So this is a one-time release.
Yeah, but it's expensive
hope-
for a feral cat.
Why?
They're free.
I think
My
there
cat was a feral cat.
Well, you got to give them the surgeries to
Well,
make
yeah,
sure they can't breed and shit.
Yeah.
So,
But would you, that compared to like long-term rat extermination, it's probably
Yeah, I think that's great.
to have the kitten fixed and then just released on
But now you got a cat
the Miracle
problem.
Mile. Only
Cats
for
get
one
into your-
generation. Only for 8 years. In the wild, they're for like 2 or 3 years.
yeah.
So I would think within 5 years they'll all be, their life cycle will have expired.
Because
They're
they
natural
ate all the
wild
rats
cats.
and stuff.
You're not going to get 5 years.
Especially if they're attacking rats. I mean, they could get bit. They could
Or
catch
run
some
over by
kind of
cars.
disease. Run over by cars. Shot in a drive-by.
Yeah, they joined the
This
wrong
is
gang.
like, wasn't
It's
there those
Chicago.
birds that they released to get rid of some kind of like locust infestation, and then the birds were all like out of control, and then
You just
And
keep
you
going.
just
But
get some feral dogs, and it just keeps going.
dogs are rat killers. What are those, terriers?
yeah.
Yes,
They kill like 200 rats in a half hour.
They've been
And
bred
they
for
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People give cats a pass, and I don't like it on everything. You can just throw your cat outside. I asked a cop about that. I was having to stay somewhere
You were
And was
sleeping in a ditch.
pretty bored. So I was like, do you have a cat at large ticket? And he's like, I don't think we do. I'm like, why?
Well, they don't bite people.
Yeah, they do.
Dogs bite people.
Cats
Ma-
bite.
Cats claw.
Oh, they claw and bite.
No. When I was in med school, they told us
picking them up.
if your cat ever draws blood, you should immediately go to the emergency room and have it professionally clean. Their mouths are so bad.
Filthy.
It's better than dogs pissing and shitting everywhere.
So what do you mean?
People walk their dogs, and I think they purposely have their dogs shit in my front yard because I don't mow my lawn enough.
But you'd rather have them shit in a box in your house.
They naturally bury it and hide their shame.
You got a trail cam? Here's your next
No.
episode.
Oh, I'm home all
We'll
day.
set
I'm a
up people.
stay-at-home dad. I watch them.
But you know what? You have to clean
Here's
that
what we
litter
do.
box, and it makes me gag having to clean a litter box.
Here's what we
But
do.
you have to keep it clean because then you walk in. Somebody invited me over for a fucking Super Bowl party. I walked in and my eyes just started fucking watering. I'm like, dude, you can't have people over. Your place reeks of cat piss. You can't invite me. He goes, he didn't realize it. I'm like, I can't fucking sit here and eat food.
They will go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think we should set up video cameras at your house.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll set up a battery with a wire line that comes out to the lawn. We'll flood your yard. As soon as the dog pees, they get electrocuted.
There we go.
Flood the yard.
Well, where's the dog gonna pee? He's got to pee somewhere.
Not my problem.
That
It's your dog.
Electricity flowing through the wet lawn. As soon as they pee.
So at the theater I work at, we have a box office with a little open panel, and kids will flip it the little metal door open all the time. So I was joking with my boss that we should put like a guillotine in there and just a pile of fingers on the inside and see if people still do it.
Oh my goodness! You sick son of a bitch!
Not like a working guillotine, but just a,
No, we would bring it up, and I'd go to the party store and get a couple of convincing fake fingers and put it there.
Oh, all right.
That's brilliant, and you should do that. And then you have to set up a trail cam to get their reactions.
Right.
People have been doing a lot of crazy stuff to pass the pandemic, but it's opening up now. This man built a full video store in his basement with a porn section.
Smoke him if you got him, boys.
Just for himself, or he's having like it's open to the.
He's having people coming down there.
Yeah.
So is this VHS?
Looks like it.
300,000 likes. Oh, it's likes.
My goodness!
During quarantine, he built a video rental store, so it's a store.
All right.
Probably, I mean, all of the family videos, and everything going out of business.
You could buy them out.
Just bought
Tour of the basement.
Give you
video
$1,000 for the lot, and you'll probably get it.
And that's not a terrible idea to have like a little.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
I love. Is that ET?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you preserve a little piece of history like that, and you could.
When I was a kid, they had a rental place in Pick and Save. So mom would go grocery shopping, and I would just go and look at all the horror movie covers.
No, the best thing about that is the rental place in Pick and Save when it started selling or renting video games.
Okay.
Because my parents very, very rarely could I get a brand new video game because they were
loved you
expensive.
enough for $3,
but I could rent them.
not for 50.
Did you rent consoles?
No,
I had a friend
console.
whose parents wouldn't let him own one, but they would regularly rent an N64 so he could play GoldenEye. I'm like, after how many rentals did you just have bought the damn thing?
Oh God, GoldenEye was so much fun. I got it for my kids, and I got into it. GoldenEye was a great fucking game.
But they wouldn't let me rent like Street Fighter and stuff.
Well, you're a girl.
Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Street Fighter's awesome too.
I think this is cool. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's fun. I love the bookshelf.
But you said it was gay porn in there too?
Yeah,
Who said gay porn?
Regular porn or gay porn?
Just said porn
Just
section.
said porn.
I think you brought the gay to the party there, Will.
I thought I heard Tom say gay
about
porn.
that too,
I thought I heard Tom say gay porn. I'm sorry, my bad.
Well, I mean, is it lesbian porn are we talking about?
William, I mean, when you're ready to come out of the closet, we support you.
I appreciate that.
William.
So, other health news that is, I don't know, they're just trying to come up with stories now, is warning you on why shaving your pubes is not good for you.
Well, it's got to be itchy. When I shave my head, it gets itchy. I don't know if your head gets itchy.
It gets itchy. It gets itchy.
They're basically...
No, I have cancer.
Oh, well, you have facial hair.
Just joke about that. That's inappropriate. I apologize.
No worries.
Of morbid jokes, just to segue a little bit. One of my coworkers just had a scare with his wife in the hospital, and he came in to work, and everyone's like, "Oh, how's your wife? How's she doing?" She died.
Oh God!
Did she really die, or she was fucking with him?
He was joking. It was like everyone's
well,
like,
it's gallows humor, as they say.
Believe you're joking about that.
That's bad karma, man. I wouldn't make a joke like that.
Well, I mean, if they're about to negotiate raises, he looks awesome.
Thanks for bringing it up.
I have some cousins I don't talk to very often, but I randomly, like on some holiday, got a text from one of my cousins from the East Coast and said, whatever, how are you guys? How are you and Sarah? I said, she passed away yesterday. And she said, oh my God. And I waited a good 10 minutes before I replied.
Whoa.
She was texting my mom. She was texting cousin. What happened? What? Lyle won't reply to me. He told me this. Whatever. I'm like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you, you yuppie East Coaster.
Wow.
And you say you don't talk to them very much. I wonder why. They probably
because they're
don't
from the
call
East.
you.
Because they're from the East Coast. I hate everything about the East Coast.
Even the Patriots?
I love
what state are they
everybody
in?
loves the Patriots.
New England.
What state are your friends in?
Oh,
My cousins are from Delaware.
Delaware. Okay.
Where your freaking president's from.
My sister-in-law's in Boston, and I was the best man and the guy he's in Pittsburgh now.
Nice.
Is that still
Hey,
I still consider Pennsylvania to be East Coast.
That's really the limit, then.
Yeah, I'd
who
say
said
you're right.
Delaware? Who said Delaware?
Eastern Pennsylvania. But, yeah.
Pittsburgh, you get a pass. They're too
Mark
blue
did.
collar to be.
Mark, you said Delaware?
No.
Oh.
Lyle said Delaware.
Yeah, my
Wow.
cousins are in Delaware. Yeah.
What did Delaware? Do you know?
She wore a New Jersey.
There you go. He knew it.
Oh.
See? There
Gotta
you
get
go.
up pretty early in the
Attaboy.
morning to get one past this guy.
I ask people that all the time, and they're like, they don't know what I'm talking about. Well, what did Tennessee?
What?
The same thing Arkansas. Oh, you should have known that one. But
No.
Delaware, New Jersey.
Hey,
There
do you
you
know?
go.
Do you know what state I'm from? Well, do you know where I grew up?
No.
So what is
I do, and I know
Where-
why he's asking too.
where
Oregon?
where has Oregon?
Where is Oregon?
Isn't that a part of that 1940 song?
Where has it gone?
I don't know, but where is
You
Oregon?
don't have an answer?
That's a
You
part of that.
set up.
I don't
a
know.
hole punch for him. Son of a bitch.
I'm not.
Throw
I'm
him
not,
out of the fucking studio.
I'm not a comedian. I'm a marketing nerd.
Okay.
I'm a behind the
I'm
scenes.
the creepy guy behind the curtain.
I
Yeah,
count
he
the
was setting
rubles.
it up for you, Will, to smash it out of
No, that's awesome.
No, I thought you knew the song. I don't. My parents used to sing
Oh.
that stupid song.
Oh, I'm not from the
Where's-
40s. I'm not that
Where's
old.
Telly?
It's one of those World War I songs,
I
right?
just
Oh,
saw that you take you don't like how we pronounce your home state.
Yeah, so
Oregon?
I give a couple comedians got a couple jokes about
Oregon. I say Oregon.
because you've traveled, but most people in Wisconsin have never left the state, right?
Yeah, it's Oregon.
Yeah, it's about right.
Been all
Okay.
over.
Most people in every
Just
state, I would
kidding.
say, haven't left the state.
I think I
So,
say Oregon.
There's a couple
Oregon.
comedians,
Oregon?
the couple comedians that have a bit about that old video game, that
Oregon
1980 Oregon Trail. So
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
yeah, Oregon. It's not so it's G-O-N. They're like, oh yeah, gone. I'm like, no, it's G-O-N. Like
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Waukegan.
Oregon, like wagon or dragon. You don't say it took the wagon to slay the dragon and Oregon. It's wagon, dragon, Oregon.
Oh, I do now.
Hagen,
Just to
Dragon,
mess with me.
Oregon.
That's awesome. So we lost the pubic hair story. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Son of a-
I have no clue where we went, but I
Oh,
got
yeah,
it there.
yeah, the benefits of shaving.
Yeah, I want to know that.
No,
I want to know.
the opposite.
The
benefits.
opposite.
The benefits
It's
of
all
not
like
shaving?
cushioning, pheromones. It's there for a
I assumed
reason.
it was there for
It's
thermal
cleaner.
regulation because the testes want to be a certain temperature. That's why they descend and.
I
all that.
immediately thought chick.
I mean, what's
Stimulation.
I imagine that a woman's pubic hair keeps debris out of there, maybe.
Yeah, when you're eating,
Like
these-
a
So it
ball-
gets stuck in your throat a lot.
Assuming we're all
Probably.
cavemen walking around
Well, that's,
naked.
that's what like the nasal hair is for. The nasal hair
Yeah,
is to
keep shit out of
disappear.
your nose. Keeps the dicks out of your nose, right?
Yeah.
In case a little jizz gets in there, it doesn't get into your sinuses.
that can cause infection.
It can. It's not good. It's not good.
Cameron Diaz certainly thinks so.
Oh,
She
crap.
loves pubic hair so much that she dedicated a whole chapter to it.
Oh
Praise
boy.
of pubes.
I mean, keep it, under control. It's like a beard,
She
you
calls
gotta
them-
look like you're trying. I didn't try today.
She
Sorry,
calls them a
don't get mad.
lovely curtain of
Oh, yeah,
hair.
keep the neck clean, and You got to have your boundaries and your hard lines.
Okay.
I would apply
A
that.
lovely curtain of hair that surrounds that glorious, delicate flower.
Yeah, I like
Wow,
that.
very well put.
That's Miss
And I
Diaz.
would
talking
like
about
to
me.
see.
Yeah.
I would like to see her curtain. I bet
Oh,
she's not
no.
a natural blonde.
Oh yeah. Wonder if we could find it.
Can she show it, please? She's devoted a whole chapter with no pictures. Come on,
Yeah.
you're teasing us.
I mean,
No pictures.
Most-
I'm not reading it.
most books are not picture books. You can leave it to the imagination, William.
No, I want to
You
see.
from your underwear.
Sure, chafing is a thing. Yeah.
In cleanliness, it's a myth that girls that shave are cleaner.
Well, I mean, they're okay. I would assume that they are then putting more effort in general across the board if they're shaving.
Right.
You can assume that they care if they're shaving. Whereas if they don't shave, they could be, let it go wild type.
Just because they don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I like.
Between like perfect lawns and just adequate lawns and lawns that don't get mowed enough.
No, but you're talking about a lawn that's not there anymore. It's just
Well, yeah.
removed.
It's just
That's a
cut low.
whole different thing. A nice cut lawn is beautiful. A nice cut lawn is mwah. You don't want things to get out of hand.
When
But
I
like
shave my head after about 2
no
days,
lawn,
it gets a little abrasive.
What?
The little hairs. So
Oh,
does
it's
it
a
get
little.
does it get
it's a little
abrasive down there?
plant.
Well
Yep.
placed.
of course it does.
Well played.
Yeah. of
It's a very
course.
nice trimmed
Yeah.
bush plant.
I don't know, it looks a little prickly to me.
Every
more
rose has its thorn.
Yeah, need more conditioner.
How to care for your pubic hair?
Well, come on.
Well, yeah, condition it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I still have shampoo, Molly.
That goes everywhere. My new nipple hairs. Pubes.
The armpits.
It doesn't require any extra care beyond how you wash your genitals. And yes, you should be washing the outside of their genitals.
No shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Article
I
Writer.
mean, I get rashes. I'm sure women do too.
With-
So with kids, I have found that I can't shower as much, so my hygiene has gone down a few steps. But as my kids get older, like right before the second was born, I was
can't
getting
make time
back into
for
my
a
shower
shower?
routine. Well, when they're in the house, no, because they're gonna swallow a quarter or something.
Oh.
So unless we're both home and she works during the day, I work at night. So I can't shower between Tuesday and Thursday.
That's a big.
No, we high five each other out the door, and never the twain shall meet. So,
Wow.
Well, if we ever have a show on Tuesday or Thursday, we'll have to remote him in. We can't bring his funky ass in this.
All right, Lyle. I've had a great time today.
Yo.
Let's hear a little bit about Fox Valley Comedy.
Yeah.
Fox
Oh, yeah.
Valley Comedy. Will came over to Appleton. It's Appleton, not Appleton. Just like it's Oregon, like not
I
Oregon.
feel very judged today.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
There we go. Upcoming shows.
Yeah.
Go check out Facebook.
Go
social-
see the gals, man. That's going to be a great show. It really
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, this coming
It's
Thursday.
too bad I'm working that Thursday.
It's worth
Yeah.
it's worth
I would
a
love
drive.
to see them.
What are-
They're cool.
What
So-
are the tickets prices?
So tickets are $15 online or $20 at the door. Hopefully we'll sell out like we have since we restarted this spring after COVID. We've sold out every show, but every show's been at least 40% capacity, so everyone feels comfortable, spacing out the tables 6 feet apart, wear masks coming in and out. You can take your mask off at your table, eating and drinking, but Appleton Beer Factory has amazing food. They have great brews. They're an incredible Ben over there. He's an incredible brewer. So he does a little bit of everything. He does the classics, and then he does some millennial sours, and what I like his barrel aged beers.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, they're good to work with. We got in then Bare Bones Brewery in Oshkosh. So
Yeah, this is
they just opened up.
tasty too.
Yeah, so I brought over Dan sent me a 6-pack to share with you guys from Bare Bones Brewery, the Amber Ale. So they just opened a brand new tap room in downtown Menasha. It was great. We did a show there. with Ryan Mason, Christopher Olsen, Sean Patrick Moore, and Nola J from Milwaukee. Nola J is awesome. I can't wait to book her again. People love her. She can do any room. It doesn't matter.
Oh, this is a nice room.
So that's Appleton Beer Factory. Yeah.
Okay.
So they do. So there's a big music festival in downtown Appleton called Mile of Music. Their main venue for that festival, and so they do a big stage at the end of a long room. I'm like, that's not going to work for comedy. So I put it on the left side. He said, I'm the only one who ever asked to put the stage on the side of the room. But then, a wider room is better for comedy to be able to wrap around more intimate feeling. And we got these beautiful chrome beer fermenters right behind the stage. So it's kind of an industrial look, but it's great. It's worked out so far. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. So we got
Cool.
Jeffrey Asmus coming up there in June, this Thursday. So there's a few tickets left for the Laughs and Lager show with Rena Calm. Very fortunate to be able to get her. She kind of cut her teeth in the Chicago scene. She's from the East Coast, became a community, started getting the comedy in the Chicago scene for a lot of years, and then she hit the road. She was on a road warrior, living out of her stinking Prius for like years and years. Does comedy in 45 states, and she's got her plan to hit. Obviously, everyone says the same thing. Oh, those last 5, one of them's got to be Alaska and Hawaii. I'm like, yes, you're correct. So, so it's great to have her good friend, Kristen. They've known each other for years and years. Kristen Leidy was out of the Austin comedy scene, came back to her roots in Wisconsin the last couple of years. And we're very fortunate to have her. Reagan Niamela from the Milwaukee comedy scene is a great up and coming comic. She's done a lot of work with the new comedy club in Milwaukee, Laughing Tap. So, and then an Appleton gal named Ivy Everhard. She's an amateur that has all the potential in the world. She's amazing. I'm glad to be able to give her some opportunities. So that's what we got coming up this Thursday, as well as Eddie Pepitone in August 3rd. New York Times said that his comedy special was the best of 2020, and we're very fortunate to get him.
It's going to be amazing.
So,
are those tickets available now for Eddie Pepitone?
Yeah.
Or you still have some available?
Yes. Yeah,
Good.
everything's on foxvalleycomedy.com. Everything that's posted has ticket links and tickets available. So we got him in Appleton on August 3rd, and then he's going to be at the Laughing Tap in Milwaukee the 5th, 6th, 7th, I believe. So there we go.
All
Very
right.
cool.
Well, thank you very much. Will, what do you got going on?
Well, tonight I have shows at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club, and this Thursday I will be at Rebellion Brewery with Cassidy Washington, and that stuff will already be this show will come out right before the Thursday show, so come out to Rebellion Brewery. That should be a great show.
Yeah, it's right on the river, Cedarburg.
That's on Thursday?
Yep.
That's on Thursday.
Nice.
Mark's out.
Well, I'll be working across the street at the Rivoli. Honk your horn as I'm changing the marquee, people. I love it. Actually, I hate it. I almost fall off the ladder every time.
Oh, good
Take
to know.
a shower
I need to
first,
change
buddy.
the marquee out.
What's 7:30?
Like clockwork.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't shown Our Lady yet.
Oh, there she is.
Share, subscribe,
Hey.
everything you can do to help. It'll be great. Comedy's back. I'm really happy about that. Looking forward to getting out there
So
and
excited.
everybody getting back to normal.
Heck yeah.
So
Get out to some comedy shows, guys. Go see some comedy. Go get some laughs.
Laughter helps.
yeah, Molly, you didn't sound excited enough. Get out and see some comedy, guys. It's gonna be great.
That is exciting for
Great.
Molly.
That's not as
That
excited
was
as
my
she gets.
excitement. That's my excitement. I'm
Well,
excited.
speaking of excitement, when are we going to see that film of you putting that whole entire thing of fries in your mouth?
I think I've lost it.
Oh, we got to do it again.
It's gone.
We have to do it live.
She's
We'll
doing
have
that.
to do it live.
She didn't look very
Suck
sexy
it. We'll
for
do
that.
it live.
And then she purposely, I guess, can't figure this out. You can figure out this
Who
whole.
looks sexy trying to stuff an
fucking
entire
place.
large fry into
Look
their
at all
mouth?
these cords and everything.
Molly,
And
you're
you can't,
taken. You don't need to worry about looking sexy anymore.
yeah. And you can't get a video from your phone to the show. This whole thing was built by you.
I think when she
You
puts her
can't figure
fist in
that
her
out
mouth,
all of a sudden. Yeah,
her
bullshit.
fist in her mouth is pretty sexy. I'll say that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. And remember, universe,
We're not good enough.